The Runaway Species: How Human Creativity Remakes the World, published in 2017, and the inspiration of the Netflix documentary The Creative Brain, is a comprehensive exploration about creativity. It explores what creativity is, why it exists, how it started, and its significance to us humans and the world we live in. It discusses the origins and endpoints of creative human impulses. The human mind operates with an algorithm. A sudden twist or change on this algorithm that helped us consume the world and think of the what-ifs version of it is what this book is all about. That is, our creative software. We will take a deep dive on the reasons why we have this creative software, how it works, and what are the outcomes, and where and how far it will take us. This book is co-authored by Anthony Brandt, a composer, and David Eagleman. David Eagleman is a neuroscientist, New York Times best-selling author, and technologist. He teaches neuroscience at Stanford University and is the CEO and co-founder of NeoSensory, a company that develops devices for sensory substitution. David Eagleman also uses social media platforms such as Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, X, and he also has a podcast for information dissemination. This book is divided into three parts. Part 1 describes the necessity for creativity in humans, how we generate ideas, and how our living conditions influence the inventions we make. The key aspects of the creative mindsets are examined in Part 2, including embracing risk and multiplying alternatives. Part 3, companies and schools provide examples of how to develop creativity in our future incubators.
To innovate is a human. To innovate is indeed a distinctly human trait. It reflects our ability to think creatively, solve problems, and adapt to new challenges. Innovation often arises from curiosity, collaboration, and the desire to improve our surroundings. Whether through art, technology, or social change, is a fundamental part of what drives progress and help us navigate the complexities of life. The brain alters what is already knows. The brain processes information continuously, reinterpreting it in the light of past experiences and knowledge. It is referred to as cognitive assimilation, the process by which newly acquired knowledge is incorporated into previously held beliefs. Our brains adopt new information in light of what we already know rather than merely storing it. This implies that our prior experiences, convictions, and information influence our current perceptions, interpretations, and behaviors. Because everyone experiences the world through a different mental lens, various people may have diverse perspectives on the same circumstances or piece of art. It emphasizes how learning is dynamic and how our comprehension changes with time.
The three Bs. The three Bs, bending, breaking, and blending, explains how brains innovate. It explains how we make new things from old things. Bending. The first creative tool is how we modify anything that already exists. It involves altering something, but maintaining its original shape. For example, Claude Monet's 30 painting views of Rouen Cathedral. The original shape is the facade of the cathedral, but bending it by painting it in different lights. During noon, its facade shows a bleached pallor, and at dusk it shows red and orange hues. Breaking. Breaking is taking part or parts from a whole, then assembling something new from those parts. For example, Sophie Cave's floating heads. Head is a part of a whole, which is a body, and the artist used the part only and made it look like floating, therefore a new art. Breaking allows us to take something solid, then fracture it into pieces, and create something new from those pieces. Blending, combining two or more sources in new ways. A great example is the creation of mythical creatures by blending humans and animals. In ancient Greece, a minotaur is formed by blending a man and a bull. Our brain makes unique combinations from the things it has seen before. Bending, breaking, and blending are the three creative tools used by our brain to transform the things we see and experience into something new. These are the basic routines in the creativity software. By using these three B's, the human brain split, insert, and combine the raw materials to create new forms.
Part 2. The creative mentality. As per the book, generation after generation, we reassemble the bricks of history. Humans have this urge to continually remodel resources available for them, and this drives science as much as art. Humanity breaks good in order to continuously renew itself. Don't glue down the pieces. It explores the roles that our brains play in creativity and invention. The writers describe how human thought processes have changed and how we've created instruments to improve our abilities. They examine how our ideas relate to the things we create, demonstrating how this relationship promotes our development and flexibility. Nobody likes to spend every day in the same way, and if the events would become less significant if it were the best day of your life. The suppressive repetition would lead to happiness to fade. Because of this, we keep changing what is currently effective. Without that need, routine would make even our most wonderful experiences seem dull. Perfiliate options. This is where Brandt and Eagleman examine how human imagination functions. They describe how it fosters creativity and problem-solving abilities. Imagination is essential to idea and generation to our development and experiences as people. Our brains produce a wide range of options, and many of them fail to manifest as conscious thoughts, and many more of the ones that will ultimately fail. Next is scout to different distances. The physiological and neurological components of creativity are covered in detail. In this chapter, it talks about how various brain networks work together to generate original ideas. They place a strong emphasis on the value of divergent thinking and the ways in which environment and team work after creativity. It also discusses how to balance creativity's need for order with its need for freedom.
The cultivating creativity. Number 1. The creative company. This part highlights how essential creativity is for businesses today. It emphasizes that companies should create a culture where innovative thinking ideas. This means encouraging risk-taking and collaboration, fostering diverse team, and allowing employees the freedom to explore new ideas. By providing a supportive environment, organizations can unlock their team's potential. Number 2. The creative school. In this section, the focus is on education and how schools can better nurture creativity in students. Instead of relying heavily on standard testing, schools should emphasize hands-on learning, interdisciplinary projects, and critical thinking. The goal is to create an environment where students feel free to express themselves and develop their creative skills. According to the author of these books, education can foster creativity. People who grow up in societies that values experimentation, inquiry, and exploration tend to be more creative. In order to promote creativity, the book criticizes educational institutions that place rote learning over critical thinking and original methods for problem solving. And the last one is Into the Future. In Into the Future, looking ahead, this part explores what cultivating creativity means for our future. As technology continues to advance, like what I said, we are on the modern technology. Creative skills will become even more crucial for tackling complex problems. The visions is a future where creativity is woven into every field, driving innovation and progress across society.
After reading the book, I am convinced that everyone is creative, that there's no such person that is not creative at all. It's about nurturing the creative software that we innately have. It changed my perspective as a parent to embrace risks and always support my son's creativity in all ways possible. The Runaway Species is a comprehensive investigation of human creativity. It honors the creativity of the human mind by demonstrating how our capacity to bend, break, and blend ideas has influenced and will continue to shape the world in which we live. The book is an invitation to embrace creativity, which is crucial for both individual happiness and society's further development.